He gave us a thumbs up this time.
Go ahead, Malik, put your chapstick on. Let's get ready for 2020, baby.
Apply some chapstick.
Okay, get your chapstick on with
I
your
already did it, but
ass
you guys are making me
lips.
feel like I gotta put some more.
PJ, your
Don't
joints
hate.
is good. You just lick. Don't
it
ever
hood.
do that on camera, bro. You know now it's gonna
Why
zoom
he
into
can't
that,
lick his
and that's gonna be
lips?
the intro.
Don't look it like that.
See, now I'm held to that. I ain't seen no fuck that. I ain't zooming in.
Imagine how that feels like you zooming in on my lips.
It says more about you, huh? Yo, we in 2020, y'all. What's up?
Yeah, we made it, man.
Finally here.
Yeah, damn, we finally here, guys. I got a real direct question. PJ, what was it like bungee jumping, bro? Like, tell me
Yeah, you
about
did
your
go bungee
life.
jumping recently.
What's your life like?
Bungee jumping was pretty cool. I recommend it to any and everybody. Yeah, Jess told me already that's dead. She ain't
Hail
doing
to the
it.
nah. No, no.
Nah, it was real scary, but at the end of the day, it was a challenging moment in life. You know, it's a fear that I face, and I got over it. Would I do it again? I doubt it.
That's how I felt
but
about
you did it
skydiving.
once, so do you really?
Honestly.
Oh, but yet you wanted me to do it.
Yeah, do it once. I did it.
Yeah, dude. So never again, though? Can you tell me
As a
one
matter of fact,
thing?
let me never say never, but I would never, like, I didn't jump forward because that shit felt crazy. Like, it looked like it would be crazy.
You
I saw
jump
throw your
backwards?
ass back in
Yeah, I
the
jumped
air.
backwards,
Yeah, I
yeah.
saw that.
Well, you just
I
like-
saw when Leanna did it. Her little legs was just
Yeah,
like.
she was like a rag doll. Like, she was screaming like, ah, but
Her flutter
I couldn't
kicks.
do it.
It was
I,
cute.
I couldn't do it forward, but I do recommend it, man. You seem like a guy that wants to try it.
I want to do both, skydiving and bungee jumping.
Yeah.
Like, I want to do it like this,
What
too.
did you
I-
skydive?
Somewhere
Long
in
Island?
Long Island. I forget the name of the place specifically, but I know what you're talking about. Like working up that courage to actually like step out, because the dude I did the tandem with, he was doing it for like 26 years, right? And he was instructing me through it. He's like, "There's gonna be a pedal. When we open up the door, you'll see it. You put your foot on the pedal, and we're just gonna lean out." I was like, "Okay." And we were practicing it. He's like, "Just lean out, nice and easy." So we get up there. I see the earth passing beneath us, right? And we both put our foot on the pedal, like how he said, but then he just went like this. And I just saw the plane get smaller and smaller. I was like, holy shit.
We're here now.
Oh, you didn't do it?
No.
Oh, man. you
I
gotta
was
try it.
waiting on the ground at my house, waiting for the phone call that he survived his flight.
Nah, you gotta.
It's all good. No faith in me.
He told me after
Or
the fact.
God.
Nah, that's actually better for you.
He's like,
so
I
you
jumped
gotta
out
be-
the
you ain't gotta
plane
panic.
and I'm okay. And here's the video if you want to see it.
If
It was lit.
For you guys, what was the most, not ordinary thing you ever done? Like something crazy or wild?
Crazy and wild.
Can I
Not
talk about
crazy.
that time I was down in Medellin doing that?
Yeah, not too crazy and wild. Nothing on
I
camera I
don't
can
do
tell you.
I don't do crazy
I
or
mean,
wild.
you pissed in the bed. We know that. Right?
Yeah, I missed
stop
that.
jacking
I
this
did you
rumor?
really? I
No.
missed that.
Has anybody hit you up about that?
No, but somebody wrote like 2 crying emojis, and I know
you were offended?
you could track like who after watched the video and like went
put
in to
it?
see more. So
Yeah.
like I saw like people like were really interested in this clip. It's like crazy.
I
So it really
mean,
makes me uncomfortable that like the rumors running that I pissed in the bed.
but you got the views up, so yay.
I did it for the clout.
Did
You gonna make
pee-pee,
that sound?
What about you, Jess? No.
I am very safe. Nope. Mm-mm. Roller coasters is the most dangerous thing I've ever
How about
done.
jet ski? Would you jet ski?
Yeah.
ATVs, you good with that?
Well, we've done that.
Okay, on the
But
ground.
was
you
it?
good.
Yeah. On. Where else would you?
I'm saying-
ATV. Like,
I'm saying, like, if
that's
it's-
like ATV is. if not on the ground.
2020, Malik in the air right now.
No, what I'm saying is,
With a whole ATV.
you'll
just-
do anything that you're on the ground.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm fine. with
Gotcha.
that, yeah.
Gotcha.
Jet skiing was amazing, but
Okay.
be on the water,
Gotcha.
like
Gotcha.
next to shore,
You want a sword fight?
where I can.
Hey, yo,
Feet on
do
the
that.
ground.
Minute. Hold up. Wait
do
a
that.
Hey, hey.
Wait a
Jeez.
minute.
Swords are a real thing, you know.
Yeah.
And they're dangerous.
Yeah.
Hello. wait a minute.
They do have the wooden swords where you can fight with the wooden
Oh,
swords.
You know
Yeah.
what's crazy? You know, Wendy Williams got a trademark like that. Like, how you doing? That's your little trademark. Hello.
Hello.
Run with that. Do it with
Just
the
like that.
pinky.
Do it again. Do it
Do it
again.
with the pinky.
Hello. I'm mad. You made me. I listened.
You gotta do a body roll like Malik.
I'm overwhelmed.
Speaking about that. All right, so funny enough, how this topic came about was that everything that's going on Instagram with the bombings and all that. But I was talking to
With
one
the
of my with the bombings.
Oh, okay.
I was talking about one of my homegirls, and I was like, "Yo, if I was I'd be thinking about how I would attack the United States. Like,
Shout
I
out
already
to-
got the plan."
Shout out to your
Wait.
homegirl Rubina.
I don't know if it's something you really want
For
to.
the record, I have not been thinking about ways to attack
Yeah,
the United States.
No.
I haven't.
Sounds bad, but I'm saying.
No,
I
because
have not.
honestly, like George
Iran.
Lopez just got in trouble for doing that.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying like how it would happen. Damn, I guess it's kind of crazy.
You trying to make us famous, huh?
Say,
No,
say more
infamous.
like how you think someone else would do
How
that,
they
not
would-
yourself,
yeah,
because
how-
you're implementing. Like,
How they would attack us, not me attacking us. I love it here, but how they would come
yeah,
for
say.
us.
I need you to say
How
that
another
again.
podcast would do it.
Exactly.
The Bunder banning Beeble podcast. How they would do that.
How they would attack us. This how United States.
Heard you.
Okay.
So it would be like through the MTA, like
Jesus Christ.
what's that thing? The napalm that you can send in the mail? Crazy? Nah. What is it?
Anthrax.
Anthrax. That you can send in the mail. Put it together like that through the MTA. And kill
But that's why they
everybody.
got those little sensors.
Yeah.
It sound good. I should tell you what you to think. But what I was saying was that the reason that I was like overwhelming because it's like, yo, why am I thinking about that kind of stuff? Like, why am I even thinking like, yo, how they gonna come for us?
Because you have to. You have to be prepared right now.
But it's
Because you lived through 9/11, and then shit can get real.
but
That's why.
9/11 was caused by us. Like we
That's
did
a
that.
conspiracy.
Yeah,
I
we're
don't
not
know.
gonna get into that. We're not gonna get
Me,
into that.
Jess, and Naj, we're not talking
Not about that life.
that.
No.
I
But-
do not.
Listen, so y'all believe like 9/11 was like really about that? Like,
So I'll just portray first. I'll just
Yeah.
ask the first question. Is there any news in the media right now that has you feeling like the end is near?
All of it.
the whole shit.
Yes.
Wait, give me something specific, Naj.
Specific out of the obvious. Well, the obvious.
The
would be
obvious
the,
is most
the
specific.
Iranian conflict or what's the word? Kerfuffle. This
Confifi?
I'm
tussle.
gonna Google that.
Little scrap going on in
Little.
Iran. Outside of that, the food you eat, bro.
So I have a question for you. So with you being concerned about the things in Iran, like, do you have to make space to care about stuff like that? 'Cause
Do
mean,
I
you
have
got
to
your
make
own- Yeah, you got your own personal issues. Then you got friends that give you issues because you internalize things that your friends tell you sometimes. And
I
then,
think-
like,
Is your microphone pushed all the way in?
damn, that was good.
It was good.
All
Okay,
right.
cool. Camera niggas.
How
Yeah.
do you save yourself from
How do I save myself?
being overwhelmed? Because like,
Specifically to news like that, I think it'll just crash into your life anyways. But I see the point you're trying to make with certain things you have to like actually consciously make room for it in your mind. Pertaining to the Iranian conflict, that's just it's global news. It's everywhere. It's unavoidable.
and you care, like you.
And
You kind of have to.
if I don't care now, something might happen.
Exactly. So yeah.
You care. What you gonna do if they airstrike it? Like,
If they airstrike it,
You hear,
it depends. If they airstrike us and I'm dead, I don't care. If they airstrike us and I'm still alive and I'm horribly disfigured and mangled, it might be an issue for me.
you know.
I mean, I care enough to let my
be
kids
abreast
know
on
in the
what's
future,
going
like,
on.
yo, Pops was out there. You know what I'm saying?
So what happened in World War III?
World War III, Pops was
To
down.
survive.
Stop, man.
But
Shout out
like
to
for
the
something
soldiers.
like that, I cannot help but be overwhelmed. Obviously, it's not in our face because it's over there right now. But if it was ever to cross over onto our shores, which a conflict like that hasn't really happened in like a really long time, known to the public. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I would do.
I see what you did.
Do you care?
No.
Why not?
Because one, it's the inevitable. I don't make the decision. They ain't calling me saying, "Yo, should we go bomb?" And I don't think it's trying to make a decision. Let's not talk about that. Anyway, I don't care because I got enough shit to care about. Like in terms of like my own personal life, like the shit that I pay rent, could go to work, shit like that. My mom, like people, my friends tell me about things that they go through, me internalizing that, and then like I guess like my grandmother's sick. Like it's just like shit that's like personal to me that I can control or do things about, or that not that my worry is effective in, but it's like me caring about that, me making myself worry about Trump, who's not really pushing the button, but Trump and these decisions that he's making. It's like, what am I?
I think the care should come from us for the soldiers though, because they are out there risking their lives on behalf of us being able to survive and live this life and worry about the things that you got going on at home. So I think the care should be for them because remember they're not making a call neither, but they have to be their own
Yeah.
call. You know what I mean? So
And
I
if
think
they don't,
that's
they
where
don't
the
circle
care
back
really
for
comes
us.
into play.
So
Because remember, there are people out there your age that look just like you fighting this war that they have no control of. They have no say so. They probably don't even know what the fuck they fighting for. So you have to care in some form or fashion.
I just don't want to sound insensitive, so I'll just take the advice that you're giving me.
it's not about sounding
No,
sensitive.
I don't
it's
want
like
I was gonna
the
say
real.
something back.
No,
but I get it.
But I'd
No,
rather you say something.
I
Be
get it,
honest.
but it's like the draft.
It's not
the
like-
draft didn't come by, you know. So it's like you consciously made that decision.
So,
had
and,
it-
and it's great, and thank you for going to
But
do that
they
for me.
did that so you don't have to.
And I don't disagree with that, but I'm
no, I,
saying,
I understand what you're saying. It's like since it's
do you
not
care about every
something.
firefighter that go like like are you consciously thinking about every firefighter every day that is saving New York City? Like
I'm not consciously thinking about it, but once I do hear about it, once I am hip to what's going on, yes, I'm thankful for that.
so this is my problem with it. It's like once you do hear about it. So I think I looked up something like it's like 55% of us in our age group get like our media from our news from social media.
Yeah.
So the idea that it's not filtered out to you, you don't care. So you're not even like going to not you specifically,
Yeah, I know
but
what you mean.
we're not even going to go look for it. So it's like if it comes across our desk, we care. So what I'm saying is that it's pushed for you to care. It's not like
I mean, that's damn near 90%
news
of
together,
everything. You're not
yeah.
paying rent until that you get that mail or you're getting that message in your email.
It's
like,
about
yo,
what
time to
you
pay
do
no,
rent.
once
I
you're aware of
consciously know
it.
rents do the first.
That's
They
'cause you-
never called me. I don't know about y'all.
But that's because you're
They
paying it
never
and you're in
call.
that situation.
and you work for a motherfucker. But
I see what you're saying.
So it's basically, I guess your stance is what? Until they actually kick down your door, it's
Not your problem.
not someone's not his problem. It's not what's important pertaining to his life per se.
I don't have the not that I don't have the capacity, but I gotta.
His
Yeah, the capacity
focus
is
isn't
like-
on that.
Especially something that I literally cannot control. They not calling me about. If I go out and raise money for 3 shows, like like it's nothing I can do. And like I said, they made that conscious decision to go be in the military, which is great. And thank you for going to fight for us, like every firefighter, like every cop. But it's like, what am I like? What am I supposed to care? How is my caring helping?
It's just to be aware of what's going on.
It depends on the approach you take. You can start your own situation here in this country to go against what the government is actually doing. Will
we
you get
doing.
killed behind it? I don't know. Will it be that effective? I don't know. Maybe.
we
You know what I'm
get
saying?
killed behind
But
it? I don't know.
no, I mean,
It's crazy.
you can. I don't want to put that out there, but you can.
TJ, like, don't kill me.
My name is not Malik. But for that, I mean, you can always take a stand. That's what I mean. And you can show concern and care in that
Yeah.
space. You know what I mean?
Without it having to hit so close to home.
I show concern and care when I show up to class and shit and do my papers on time and like show up here. And
No,
my
that's
commitments.
personal for you. We're saying like the outside stuff,
But
just to
it's-
be aware.
But like, how do I pick and choose what to care about? So like, there's fires in Australia.
It's based off you,
There's like, so how do y'all pick? I'm curious to know how y'all pick. So it's
based off me and what I have going on in my life.
so
right.
does anybody care about the Australian fires?
It's sad, but it's nothing I can physically do.
But that's how I feel about the war.
Besides what
So-
people are
so-
saying is like,
So is
doing
care the
little
actual
things to
right
change.
question? Are we asking the right question? That's what it. Because if we care about it, we can care about it and still not be able to do anything
But
about
I,
it.
get- it wasn't so. I don't think it's so much we're trying to focus on whether we care or not. It's more so the flowing in of all this information, all these conflicts that's going on, all these tragedies going on, and things that are not tragedies going on coming across. Are we overwhelmed by it, and what do we choose to be?
it's the level of importance.
Care as far as the care goes. What do we choose to care about in terms of what takes up our like overwhelmed
Yeah.
meter?
Is it hard for you, like,
What?
for you guys, like maneuvering around with like the kidnapping stuff, the on top of the rent? If you have problems in your relationship, if you have trouble with your mom, all that other stuff, like outside of you,
Nah, I
is
mean,
it tough to like keep up with everything that's going
nah.
on?
What's affecting me in my personal life is definitely gonna come first. You know what I mean? Making sure rent is paid, making sure my lady is doing okay or getting through the day or family. But I'm not gonna say and act like I don't touch upon those topics from time to time, especially when I come around people like you guys, who I feel are intellectual people. I can have that conversation with. Now, if I go elsewhere amongst a different group of people, conversation is different because either they not hip to it or they lack the knowledge of, you know what I'm saying? But you guys are people who are invested in society, the world. So to a certain extent, like you're not dumb to it. You don't not know what's going on, but it depends on the environment you're in. So all of that comes from the moment, I would say. But every day in your personal life, you're gonna worry about what's important to you. That you can't help that.
Yeah.
You have to take care of number one
Yeah.
first before you can do anything else.
Yeah. I just, it's interesting because when I think about it, I don't know how people have the capacity or how they pick and choose. Like I feel crazy saying like, yeah, I care more about like the war than I care about like the Australian fight. Like it's crazy to like say.
But do you think people are actively going throughout their lives saying, "Oh, I'm gonna care about this. I'm not gonna care about that. I'm gonna care about this. I might care about that a little
How
bit."
else does it happen? If it, unconsciously, I guess. So
Yeah.
I don't think
It's
people make it
subconscious, it's
an
not like
objective like
cherry
they
picked
open up
of-
their calendar like yeah.
So
let
do
me-
only. So then are we saying that people?
It's based on a
only-
Tuesday.
Are we saying that people only care about things that come across their timeline essentially?
It's being compartmentalized.
to a certain extent, but I wouldn't go that far.
How else do we hear about stuff? Like,
It
yeah.
depends. It depends on the
Who
person.
you are. Yeah, it depends on
Yeah.
who you are.
Because some people are going to be more active in searching out these stories and this information than other people. And other people are going to be just leave themselves subject to whatever comes across their timeline, and they'll just leave it at that, or they'll dig deeper, and what have you.
Do you guys remember a time that you had to stop doing something for like either energy purposes? Like you told yourself that you really didn't need this thing in your life anymore? For example, like me, like with clubbing. Like I knew like early on that like this ain't for me. Like it weighs my energy. I don't have the same enjoyment that other people have in it, and like something like that, for example.
I feel about like that about alcohol. I mean, there was a point in time when I thought that. First of all, it was a point in time when I thought it was the worst shit ever, and then I started to be around people who drank a lot, and I started to pick up on drinking and more than I needed to, and I really thought that this was everything in life. Like it became an addiction. I don't want to consider it an alcoholic addiction. I wasn't going crazy and bugging out, but it was more so like I didn't feel like I needed it, but I really, really wanted it. You know what I mean? I think that it made parties much more funner. Then I started realizing like I don't need this shit to like actually have
Enjoy
fun in my
yourself.
life because this is really taking more so control on me and my body and my health and all of that. But yeah, I would say alcohol for me. You know what I mean?
I could relate with Malik as far as like the partying stuff goes. Because there was a point in time where they go to a lot of parties, not hosted, but me and my friends host a lot of house parties and stuff like that.
Tell us more.
It's
There's
years
nothing to
ago.
tell. It's like
Yeah.
stereotypical
It's
house
just
parties.
like
But like
college house
after a
parties.
certain age, it got to a point where I just like going out. I felt like I kept on going to the same party over and over again because you'd run into they wouldn't exactly be the same people identically, but the same kind of like tropes would play out, like drunk girl in the corner or
Throwing
the
up,
dude
just
throwing up
like-
somewhere, like some person approaching you saying, "Hey, what up?" and you don't know them from nowhere, and they want to tell you their whole
Dirty
life.
wine in it.
The random fights.
Like,
So,
it's like
Chicken noodle
it was
soup.
like, I like at the end it just felt like I kept on having deja vu. Like, oh man, this is the same party over and over again. So I had to stop that. Outside of partying,
I can just see you like, yeah, I'm 21, I'm 27.
exactly.
Still in the same spot.
Shirt
It's only
off.
been 5 minutes.
Only
Why
thing
am I
that's
sweating
changed
so
is
much?
his hairstyle.
this is true.
But aside from that, things that I had to stop that were overwhelming. Jeez. Work in certain places. I've had jobs in the past, like
Praise the Lord.
but like it was a situation where I was working like at maybe 2 places, and it was like the travel time and then like the stress was put on my body because I was also doing like a lot of training and exercise at the time, wasn't getting enough sleep, and it was something I wasn't really passionate about. So doing those things, I had to be real with myself, like, yo, I can't do this no more. I gotta quit. Granted, the second place I was working at, I only did it for 2 weeks, and that's all I needed. That's all I needed for the point to be proven. And I was like, yeah, nah, it's dead for that.
What about you, Jess?
Just letting go of things that don't serve me. This past year has just been getting back to myself and things that are better for me versus the stresses that I had in like previous jobs. So one, leaving a job that was very stressful and where they just wanted to keep me in a box and in the mold that they felt like
Yeah.
they wanted me to be versus me getting back towards I wanted to be. So they didn't want me to be like a self-thinking person. They
Yeah.
wanted me to fit oh, this is what you should do. No, 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 don't go against the mold.
So you
Keep
had
it.
like kind of like no say so.
No, I just had to do what they wanted. Getting into like more being physically active, eating good things, so not putting trash in my body.
Yeah.
I mean, you still eat the occasional junk food because I mean, it's
Yeah,
there.
It's life.
Yeah, but it's like knowing what's like the non-alcohol.
Mhm.
It gives me a headache the next day.
Yeah.
So why am I gonna drink something that makes you feel bad?
Yeah.
Going to like the parties, like why? I'd rather go to a social setting, a social event where we can talk and chill versus I'm going to the same old party where I'm being harassed and I can't even enjoy myself.
I feel you.
I don't want to be grabbed on. Don't want my ass to be smacked. So like I'm not gonna go and put myself in certain situations
And we
that
don't
will
want
stress
Naj
me out.
shooting nobody.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
We're gonna send him to war.
It's the harassment that women get on an everyday basis, or just like I don't know, things like that.
It sounds like it's a risk to reward factor because I know
Yeah.
back to the clubbing thing. It was like I remember my last clubbing experience. It was like I walked in and the entry was $20. I paid that. Went to the coat check. Coat check $15.
$15.
That's 35 cash.
Boom. I walk. I ain't even get a drink yet. Like I'm not even. I'm still thirsty. So then I'm like, all right. I play it cool because what I do in the club is I sip water. That's the trick. Water bottle $7.
That sounds like rape.
Yo, I'm that's $40-something in. $40-something in, and I ain't even.
All you had was water you could have got from the tap.
What exactly? Should have got the cup of water, that melted ice cup or something.
Let alone you buying a
Why
bottle.
Is water the trick?
Why is water the trick? Because it's like
It look like
say-
you sipping on vodka and you're not really sipping on vodka.
Not it's like you,
Wow, she is.
Exactly. Wait a minute.
Yo,
Wait.
wait a minute.
That's what I'm saying. Why is water the trick? Okay, Cosby.
I just went somewhere I was not thinking.
It's 2020, y'all.
Welcome back. All right, so yeah. So I
looks like
felt
vodka.
Very. I drink it out the bottle. Y'all heard me order the bottle, not pour it in the
Wall
cup. You know
top.
what I'm saying? So it was just, and it's weird because it's like the risk to reward factor kind of thing. It was just like, yo, what? Being constantly where it's like, I'm overwhelmed being here, and it's just like, yo, am I even having a good time kind of thing? So
Yeah.
it's just like interesting to hear everybody's like,
Just keeping up appearances and for what? For who?
yeah.
I'd rather
I
be
got
at
an
home.
addition to this question. You know, alongside, you know, you stopped doing certain things. What about people? Like, do you feel like you had to cut people off in the
Stop
same
doing
instance?
people.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm doing people too.
Wait, what? You do people?
You and your water. Keep that to yourself. Once again, my name is not Malik.
No, but that's right. Like a lot of people have had to like reconsider who they keep in their inner circle, and I don't have a very wide inner circle for the fact of a lot of people they bullshit
Yeah.
a lot, or they really just want what they can use from you, and then you'll never hear from them again.
Now, it's funny you say that. I had a conversation with a friend the other day, and he was complaining about how he always supports friends for their birthdays and this and that. So his birthday came around, and it wasn't the same energy
Yeah.
reciprocated. But I was trying to explain to him, like, yo, you got to understand, that doesn't mean, he was like, yo, just not rocking with them no more. And I'm just like, just because you are who you are, you can't expect people to be or do
Yeah.
what you do. So I'm like, do you stop showing that same love? I'm like, you could still be you and still
No,
show the same love. That don't mean
exactly.
you have to stop doing what you're doing because it sounds more like a selfish thing.
You're gonna
And
disservice
with that,
yourself.
You're not gonna get any reward out of it anyway. But I don't know, like,
You
Yeah.
can't expect somebody to give the same that you give.
yeah,
You hold that to more, like I hold birthdays to a high regard versus somebody else that might not. So if they're not going to do that for me, it's not to say that they don't care. It's just that they don't care about physical birthdays, but they
Yeah.
still have a care for you. So you have to figure out
very
what's really important.
You put something on the gram this week, I think, or last week, where it was like circle. Well, Nip said it, but circle got smaller. Everybody can't go.
yeah,
That concept is interesting because it's like people can be overwhelming. Like so I have had friends who are like my best friends, and it's just like they're always dumping. And once you become consciously aware, like why am I always drained after I talk to you?
Yeah.
Dumping is important. So it's like people. It's good to be like It's like have you told somebody no? It's like yeah, it's important to tell people no. 'Cause it's like I got my own shit to deal with, and I can't be like internalizing the shit that you got going on too.
that's why I love this line I've heard in a song from the game. He was like, "Forgive me, but I got problems of my own." I love telling people that now because I was somebody who would take in everybody's problems, but
Oh, I thought you was gonna be cooler than
what you mean?
that. Forgive me, but I got problems of my own.
But but that's true though, because it's like, yo,
You ain't have to quote the game. You can
You
say
just
that.
said it, yeah.
nah, I don't want to take away, because next thing you know,
That wasn't a bar. That was a sentence.
nah, I'm saying Quentin Miller. I don't want nobody saying I stole anybody's
Oh,
bar.
God.
You know what I'm saying? Ghostwriting. I make sure I acknowledge who said it. But nah, but I really feel like that line stands out to me because you're asking a person, like you're apologizing before you even say something because people take things the wrong way anyway. So it's like, yo, forgive me, but I have problems of my own. And once those people start acting different, it goes to show that they weren't really in it for both of you. They were in it for themselves, selfish reasons. You know what I mean? That's why saying no can be hard, but it's necessary.
I used to have a hard time saying no, and I was like, you can't be stretched like a rubber band.
Yeah.
You have to give at a certain point.
I look at you, Naj, and I just feel like you the no nigga. Like, don't even,
Oh, yeah.
don't even hit my line.
No, it's not
He
like
about to
that.
say
It's no and yes. No. But it's within reason. I tend to give people the benefit of the doubt for them to prove themselves, prove to me that they ain't shit. So when I say no, it's righteous and it's justified.
Righteous no.
It's like I
Right?
knew it.
So
You were
like
not
I'm
shit.
always willing to like help people out, especially if they show initiative and they're like, they're about it. But you only get so many times to waste my time to where I'm like, nah, it's over for that. I'm not really fucking with you anymore. And I've had to
Sidebar. Can you ever come back from that?
Yeah, you can,
Like
but
once
you
I get there with you, I could.
yeah.
You're-
But it depends.
You're one of them. How many times
But
you were late?
it depends. Like, it depends on the person and what you're actually doing. Because there are people who it's over. Never again. I'll still talk to you. I'll still be like, "What up?" But like, as far as like the reason as to why I disconnected myself from you, the chances are slim.
Do you feel like, can you recall like a time that a person was overwhelming to you? Like where you
Was
were
it-
just like consciously like, you are too much?
Yeah, somebody I was working with, like we were cool, and he was within the group of friends, and he wanted me to do some. He's trying to do some like party promotion shit, right? And it's it's funny because he rushed out to me. He said he had some person that he wanted to who wanted a flyer, right? And it was for some music video casting. So I was like, at first I was like, nah, I'm not with it. Then he was like, I'll pay you. I was like, yeah, of course.
No problem.
And I was like, say for instance, I was like $100 for the flyer, and he was like, man, it's a little bit expensive. Can you do me a favor? Blah blah blah. So I was like, okay, $75. And he was still giving some resistance, but he was like, all right, I did it. There was a lot of back and forth, right? And it took longer than I wanted it to. And then I handed him the stuff, and then he was gonna pay me, and I think he did like a Venmo or some kind of direct pay or some shit like that, and it was like $60-something. I was like, hey, it's kind of short, don't you think? And he was like, oh yeah, that's my finder's fee. I was like,
What?
wow.
That's wild.
Oh, nah.
I wasn't even mad. I just laughed. I was like, thanks, bro. Never again.
The number you have reached.
That's wild.
Oh,
That was overwhelming for me.
I'm tired now.
Just re-mad. Just
Oh,
is like mad again.
One more minute.
Yeah, cause I know this person.
Yeah, you probably.
Well, I was one of the ones that was like,
Say his
he's
name.
using you.
Say his
Because
name.
it's been, no, I'm not
Say
going to
his
do
Say
that.
his name.
But it's been multiple times that person has reached out for work, and I'm like, no, your work is too good for you to be doing all this shit for people for free. Stop that.
I know who your lawyer is.
I made his price quotes so he can get his money.
I'm paying on time.
Not my legs, Jeff.
Let me get the bat in the bag.
Nah, but how late would you read or answer a text or a phone call of that nature?
Depending on where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Not everybody gets that kind of privilege
The luxury.
or luxury. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm answering. I ain't got no.
No matter what. No
Unless it's some-
discrimination.
Unless it's some dumb shit, then it's like, nah. But it's like,
Do you have the previews on your phone so you could?
no. You trying to get me caught?
So you never know.
what
you
if
never.
it's dumb
You're
shit?
never gonna know if it's dumb shit. until
Nah,
you-
open it.
You sound like a nigga that don't get too many hit ups. If you answer that whatever time,
Nah,
I
it's
have to take
just,
advantage of this now.
Wait for that message to come
who care
in.
about me?
Who cares about me at 2 in the morning?
Yeah. Nah, but I answer. If I'm up,
Isn't that only booty call hours? But
Well,
this is
I digress.
so when the
How
Lord
loud?
texts me, when the Lord texts me
Lord
at 2 a.m., it's because
so you want me
Jesus
to answer
came
the
out
Lord?
in human form.
And gave Malik a text message
Yeah.
at 2 a.m.
Who that nigga that text?
that nigga that texts me. No, listen. All jokes aside, yeah, how late? Yeah, I don't have a clock. It's just like if my shit vibrate and I got something to say, I'm saying it. How about you guys?
I think with me, it depends on who. If it's somebody that I'm not used to hitting me up, and if I see it, I might answer because I might think it's like an emergency or something, or like my mother. Like if she hit me up at a late time, I'm thinking of something crazy. But if it's the average person I speak to on a regular, they could wait till the morning.
Once I start my nighttime routine, phone is set aside, alarm is set. I'm doing my wind down.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless it's an emergency, or I feel like it might be.
Damn, y'all niggas got self-discipline and self-control.
I mean, you get to a certain age where you're just like,
Oh,
I need my sleep.
we have friends. we talk throughout the day.
It's just me. My friends only hit me up when they
2
drunk.
a.m. they're probably sleeping.
Where
Yeah,
that nigga Malik at?
yeah,
He up.
yeah.
He gotta be up. That nigga.
My friends all have to be up at 8 a.m. for work, so they're sleeping.
I guess my friends have no lives because I get 2 a.m.
Like, Malik, you up? No. Okay, great.
Yeah, literally. The only person that
Let's
really
go into a
texts me
deep
that
dive.
late is my brother.
Niggas ain't ignoring
The only
you.
person who really texts me that late is my brother because he's West Coast time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's like 3-hour difference.
So, do y'all have times, or it's like where it's like
What do you mean
no fly,
times?
like no fly zone where you don't answer messages and stuff?
I mean, it's not like my phone is off.
I'm saying, do you
But,
like? Is it like a
No,
cut?
it's
When do you
whenever I
start the
feel like-
routine? Is it the same every time?
It depends. Like if I've done a shoot all day and I get home at 8 o'clock, I'm not necessarily ready to go to sleep by 10, 11. So it's like depends. But usually by 12, I'm like, all right, I really feel like I need to shut everything down.
Whenever I pass out. Literally.
Yeah, where
But if
I'm
I'm
already
sleeping,
asleep,
I'm not waking up
not answering.
to answer.
But what if you wake up in the middle of the night? Would you respond to a text?
No, I'm rolling over and going back to sleep.
It depends on what the text is. If I like roll over and I like flick it open and I read it, and it's something that can't wait until the morning. Granted, if they sent this like 2 hours ago,
It might not be as pressing now.
and it still can't wait until the morning, but I'm already 2 hours late.
You that guy that's at the toilet with the phone like, yo.
Just woke up playing. What up? That's me. If I wake up at 2 in the morning, got a text, I'll send back a voice note like, "Yo, I just woke up, playing. What's good?" At 2 o'clock in the morning.
You were definitely a voice notes guy, bro.
Isn't it better like that though? Sorry, this is a side note, but
It's
don't
a
And
you?
you know, I had this conversation with my cousin the other day. I was like, why don't you just text it? Because
No,
with that voice note, I could have read in like 5 seconds. And then she was like,
No.
it took me 5 seconds to say it.
If the group chat is
Like,
getting
touche.
hot, they were like, no, I can't keep typing this long story. We gonna switch to voice notes, and we're all sending each other voice notes and cracking and dying. You can hear the person laugh. There's no LOL. It's like cackle, cackle, cackle.
Yeah,
Like
you know what's going
exactly.
That's the thing is like, you can hear my passion in my voice note. You know, like I'm telling you jokes. So you can hear if I'm serious, I'm laughing.
on. Your voice notes be having me dying because you be laughing before you even
Yeah,
say
he
it.
does. He
You know?
does. The first time is
Yo,
laugh,
but-
and then
but
it's
yo.
like, all right. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
You see, I can't express that in the text. 'Cause everybody write LOL or LMAO.
And they straight faced and there's
And
no.
they straight. I'm letting you know I'm dying laughing.
Sure, I'll agree with you. You can't read anybody's intentions or like any emphasis that they put on certain words. But give me a break. I'm trying to get it to like, yeah. So what's the thing? And I'm trying to get through the mess. Come on.
And you're getting
point.
different voice notes because the voice notes we send it's such 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 such.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah, I get a wide range. Some
You
people.
talking about amongst your girls or you talking about like?
I only do it
anyway?
with my girls. Like
Oh,
we're in a
I
group
get
chat,
a
it's
wide
just
range
like,
of voice
this is
notes.
what
Some
happened, this is
people,
the story,
they
such, 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 such.
didn't.
That
It's
gotta
like,
be crazy
oh, what
for
happened?
girls,
It's like,
though.
yes, that did happen. And it's like, yeah. And they're like, all right, I'll talk to you later.
That gotta be wild,
I
bro.
said Naj undeveloped thoughts. I'll be like,
Yeah, they don't
I'm not
finish
sending
their
that.
shit up.
I'm not. If I'm doing that, then that's gonna be in the text because I have to think about it.
Then
But
it's
if
four.
it's in the nick of the story,
It's like
I'm
for them,
saying
like
yes,
yeah.
yes.
So I just don't think. It's like come
And that's
on.
one voice note. You gotta send that, and then you gotta send the actual.
Where I
voice.
was about to go with that is crazy. Because your voice notes you sent me like, I don't think they sent me on the show.
Yo,
Hold on,
It's not
somebody
safe.
here? Somebody not here?
listen. Yo, listen.
Wait a minute.
So,
Somebody
speaking
not
about,
here.
look, guys. Speaking about Jess's routine.
I'm the only. No, I'm the only one that caught that.
Speaking about Jess's
They
routine,
said somebody not here.
guys.
Send me a voice note.
Speaking about Jess's routine,
Oh God. Oh God.
how easy would you break? Oh my God! Oh, no. Guys,
God.
Oh God.
Somebody fall off a horse right now.
I gotta ask the next question on holy ground.
Wait a minute. Wait.
One day I'm gonna tell that holy
Somebody
ground
pull my
story.
shoes.
Guys,
What's up?
as I was saying about Jess's routine, how easy would you break your structure or routine for someone or something else?
If it's an emergency, if someone's really close, then I'll break it. But the past year, I've had to go on a structure because of how freelance life is set up. So going on a structure has put life back into balance. So my structure is important to me. So if you're important to me, I'll break it in a heartbeat. But I gotta get my little meditation on. I gotta go to the gym 5 days a week and eat healthy. So
I guess we're all kind of saying the same thing. Like, if the person's important or the situation important,
Yeah.
we will do it. So to be controversial, no, I ain't breaking my shit for nobody.
you're not just being controversial for controversy's sake. That don't make sense.
Jessica, that's understanding people.
And I'm not understanding you right now. 'Cause I'm
Exactly.
Y'all so mature, but continue. Do you have one?
Yeah, similar to what Jess said. It got to be somebody important, somebody worth me breaking my routine for.
But the thing is, your routine is also about self-care.
I ain't shit.
It's 2020.
You just break it off rip.
So are you?
I could
really
get a
paying attention
Tinder
to yourself?
notification. What's going
For
on?
what?
Just go nuts, man. I don't know. It's my endorphins.
I think you need a cleanse
I
of
do,
your
yo.
phone for a week.
But you know what I told
feel like that'll
myself?
do good
I was
for
like,
you.
yo, I'm gonna delete all my social media. But then I was like, I promote the show. I can't leave.
We can sacrifice a week of your promotion
It's
for
just so-
you to get your mental health back.
What's funny
'cause
to me in the
it's-
beginning, he was talking all that.
Did he
yo,
say you couldn't
Exactly.
write any
You
you
comments
don't
or?
need it, and now it's like
And he the one that got caught up with the Instagram to the point
exactly
he's buying likes and shit.
getting blocked, can't
Yo,
comment.
guys,
But
I'm
yeah,
not buying likes.
watch the first episode and come back to this
No,
one.
no, no,
Who's
no, no,
full
no,
of
no.
shit.
Actually, go through his page. There was a point in time when he couldn't write any captions. That's the point in time when he was
Damn.
buying.
No, mind you,
Damn.
nah, pre-editing. I need you to put a video erase my face side by side of Malik.
Why
episode.
you putting me in this box of things? I can't.
Because I think it would be hilarious of Malik
Okay,
saying, I don't
let's
need
laugh right now. Let's laugh about it right now.
I don't think that my misery.
Jess is overwhelmed right now.
I don't think that my misery is funny.
Shut my shit down.
I don't think.
it's hilarious at this point.
The mother.
I'm here to learn about your structure so I could grow. Stop making pissing sounds. Please.
So you dead ass. You just like at like
Nigga,
the
I
flicker of any light. You just like, what's that?
My shit's so
Like a
crazy.
squirrel.
I get phantom vibrations. I hear my shit
You
vibrate.
need a
like,
detox. That's
what?
not good. That's not
I
healthy.
know. I gotta grow, Jess. I know.
It's that dopamine.
That's how you end the argument for all this shit. It's like, yeah, it's just gotta grow. Growth. I'm not there yet.
So how did you guys?
gotta
Sorry, I
start.
don't know if this is next, but how did you guys develop your routine? Like what? You know, am I not
Not for
old
nothing,
enough?
You said, am I not
No.
old enough?
Shit didn't just.
No, it
Like
does.
42 years old.
It's
Not old.
it's
time.
very much so trial and error, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure even if you look at our early episodes, there's a bunch of things that you are like dead set on. Like that's it. You're not gonna change that for anyone. So I wouldn't say it's completely fair to say that you're just gonna drop anything.
Yeah.
You know,
Every day, just choose something that you would change. It's a
like
baby
as far
step
as
thing.
like
I'm not gonna answer the phone after 12 o'clock.
not
Something that's
even
specific.
like I'm saying specifically like if you were to look at like your career path in terms of the things you do to achieve your goal, right? And somebody comes like, hey, you should do this and that. You're not gonna be off rip.
Yeah, I
just
won't
like
be swayed like that.
No, but he was
yeah.
You know
saying
what
like,
I'm
how do we develop a goal
The
and how
night
should he
routine,
develop
that's
routines for
important.
himself?
Oh.
That's what he was talking about. So I was
The
saying
ni-
like you start baby set because he was saying, is it because we're older? That's how we're set. It's like no, it took time for us to be like, this is what I want in
Trial
my
and
life.
error.
This is what I don't want in my life. So 1 week you'll try this and say, oh, I like this. 1 week you don't. I actually talked to a therapist and she helped me bounce back from like a 9 to 5 routine till now a freelancer routine where it's like there's days where I'm not doing anything, so I have to stay on a certain kind of schedule to do stuff for myself. So it's like going to the gym because it makes me feel good and it makes me look good too. But that's besides the point.
I need to holler at her.
I need to holla at
Making
her.
sure that you do like a 10-minute meditation because in the long run, it makes you mentally feel calm and you're aware of your surroundings. So you're just doing stuff for yourself. So if you do stuff for yourself, your cup is being refilled so that you can do stuff for other people.
Take care of me so I can take care of those around me.
And then like, exactly. So like another baby step, we use notepads for the podcast. Make a notepad and say, this week I want to try to do this at this certain time. Try it out for a week and see if that works.
I need to get my ass in the gym.
So I have one. It's like I have an alarm 6 o'clock. Get up, brush teeth, go to the gym by 6:30. Come back a.m. Come back at 8 o'clock. Make myself breakfast. Prep my lunch. Do some work. Do some freelancing, and then by midday I could do whatever else I want to do for the day. But my mornings
Discipline.
are set with. But it took a while to get there though.
Nah, we gonna throw it in his face.
Just hashtag growth. Shit.
I got a question. Do you remember a time in your life where you shut down completely because you were overwhelmed?
There's moments
Oh yeah.
when like my anxiety gets the best of me. I have to just like be by
I feel
myself.
like you're in the zone right now. Keep flowing. We want to hear from you.
Off top.
Bro.
No, there's little situations where I just feel overwhelmed about everything. Like how we were talking about in the beginning of the show. Things that are going on in the world, things that are going in personal life, like grandma's being sick, possibly might pass away, things of that nature. So like I had to set aside time to say I need to focus on my mental health so that I don't get overwhelmed by things. So I'm better prepared that if something happens, I'm not on the freak out side of things. I'm on the internally I'm more calm, so I can be more responsive versus, oh, that's one more thing on my, I just felt like I was going to topple over kind of thing.
Gotcha.
So a year ago from October, it was the most overwhelming state of my life.
Really?
So then this whole year has been transitioning to where I can combat that. So I'm not in a heightened state of being overwhelmed 24/7. There's still going to be times, but I have better tools now to be able to calm myself down so I can tackle each situation how it needs to be tackled.
Yeah.
And blessings and prayers to your grandmother as well.
Thank you.
Leave it to Jess, like to get us all sentimental and all that.
Nah,
I've been through some things, guys. Like, trying to deal with adult
It's
life.
reality though.
Yeah.
Nah, it's real.
For me, like, throughout my days, if I feel overwhelmed, like a bunch of things is happening, two things for me. Oh, well, this is how to deal with it. That's the next question. But I'll, just lay down. Like, I'll just be like, gotta shut it down real quick. I would, set an alarm. Like, even today before the podcast, I woken up early, worked late last night, bunch of stuff, and I was just like, all right, I need to, shut it down for, 45 minutes. And I, turn my phone on. It was good.
And that's your form of,
And that was
Me
my-
Too meditation.
Yeah.
thing.
And in high school, I used to take showers. That was my...
Yeah, he stopped that.
I was like, where,
Like what?
I was waiting for it. I was like, where's this going?
What the fuck?
He said you stopped. Nah, let me tell you. Yo,
used to
Well, you
wait
said
a
that
minute.
like they don't exist anymore.
so I went to boarding school, and when you're a kid, they me not being with my parents, they try to figure out how to calm you down if you ever get upset or anything like that. And then my psychosocial, I think they called it some shit like that. It was if Malik ever gets high, intense, mad or something like that, direct him to
Shower,
go take a
calm him
shower.
down.
Yeah, and it was so crazy because my boarding school had unlimited hot water. You could sit there all
Wow.
day and the shit would never change temperature. Super valid. So that was my deal. I used
That
to
was
have a
their
chair.
solution. If you get aggravated,
shower.
just throw some water on.
Just get a bucket.
I've done that. It's a thing. It's a legit. It
Nah,
changes
yeah.
your body temperature so that your whole physique is shocked
Yeah.
to where you're.
Oh, that's
no.
real? Oh,
It's
shit.
serious.
Okay, yeah. Shit
Because
works.
that's what I
That
do.
is-
I splash my face with cold water, or they tell go take a cold shower because it switches your mindset to now you're shocked. Now it's what was I just so focused on? Because now your body's being in and out, so it's more
shit.
receptive.
I invented that then.
You didn't invent it.
All right.
It's from the same rule.
I feel like you-
I was like, I'm not gonna take that.
I need to patent that.
I feel like
Take
you
a
just stood in the shower.
Like, yeah,
though.
when we were
We're going to
younger.
Pavlovian territory here. No, Pavlov did it first with
He
the
just
dogs.
stood in the shower,
Yeah.
no soap.
No soap. Him in the chair by himself, just hot
I
water.
got skin. I got dry skin. Can't sit there too long.
How about you, Nudge?
Shit, what was the,
Nigga, I was just which question am I answering?
yeah, word.
Because my thing is I clean. Whenever I'm feeling overwhelmed,
That's another form.
I gotta
Oh.
clean, bro.
What? That's another form of
wait,
therapy. I can't.
For the record, he stopped showering. He does not clean.
Yo, what you mean?
That's a lot.
So wait. When you get tight, you be like, I gotta clean this motherfucker.
I used to do that too.
you
Listen,
been,
PJ.
you been in my crib when I was doing push-ups.
PJ,
Yeah,
don't let
and I started
nobody
sweating. What'd I do?
disrespect you with that.
You clean?
It's fine to clean.
Remember when I got the thing and I sprayed and I was wiping it
You
up?
took your Swiffer out.
Yo, one time I was in the house, you was doing push-ups, little like 2 droplets. Bloop, bloop. Nigga, PJ like, go get the spray, the napkin. Like, nigga, what you doing?
Was that the end
And I
of
had to
your
sweat.
workout?
Nah, what happened?
No,
was
he was still in the
I
middle.
think I was overwhelmed, so I tried to work out,
Niggas
and then I had to clean at the same time.
overwhelmed.
So I was overwhelmed. From the push-ups.
So you pushed up and then you wiped.
Wiped down.
Pushed up and then.
Then I got a towel, I think, right? Then I started doing push-ups.
And then started doing
with
push-up
the
with the towel. Then was like, I gotta wash the towel. Hold on.
Okay, that's another level.
Yeah,
I was with you when you
get
first
crazy.
started cleaning. That's
took it
a
too
like
far.
OCD level. Like, whew.
I just want to throw a bucket at you.
Water.
What do I do when I'm overwhelmed? I do a lot of walking and like listening to music and running. I move basically when I feel overwhelmed. I find,
Can't sit still kind of thing.
I can't sit still. I'm just motivated to like travel. Type of, yeah, I guess can't sit still. What am I saying?
Getting active actually
It's
helps
like
bring
being
the
active and
endorphins.
like doing stuff because I also do a lot of my thinking while I'm on the move as well. So if I'm ever sitting at home feeling bored or there's something on my mind that's like overwhelming me or I have a rush of emotions, I gotta walk.
I feel like you're channeling it in the right space though, because at the end of the day, that walk and those runs are helping out you physically anyway. So that's actually a good way to channel it. Because some people,
I
start
eat.
eating,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
eat.
or showering, showering.
Eat and
without
shower,
shampoo.
baby.
Showering
Soggy
You got
ass food.
problems? Just eat and shower.
Soggy ass food.
Shampoo.
Yes.
To eat in the shower. No.
Oh, like when they dip the hot dogs and eat the hot dogs at the shit.
Oh, no, only you.
Disgusting.
Not
you
me.
said
I'm
what
talking about the
Coney
guy.
Island,
The hot dog
hot dog
competitions?
contest.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just nasty.
Okay, I've never seen those.
That's- you never saw those?
You
No,
never
I'm talking
scroll.
about PJ.
You never
Oh.
scroll by on ESPN and seen that?
He don't care.
They have the cup full of water. It wets.
You guys are going into this in-depth explanation. He's like, I don't even buy hot dogs. Why are you telling me this?
Hello. Wait a minute.
You gotta do the body swerve. Like,
How you do it?
A little back into it.
Hello. That's the second time they convinced me to do some bullshit. For the record, I shower.
I do too, just without soap.
we know.
He's claiming it. Wait a minute. Anywho,
Okay, so
we're missing somebody.
yo, stop.
Never mind.
Yo, listen, guys. Listen, guys.
I don't get it.
Yo,
Listen, Iran,
Is this 2020?
we don't want no problems.
yeah.
I'm not
For the
in
record,
this.
for the record.
For the record.
I'm an impartial party.
Yeah, because you wasn't here.
I wasn't. This is all new to me, guys.
Guys, can we stop going deeper into this?
Man is
rabbit hole?
I'm not-
This man is a loose cannon.
He's out of control. Out of control.
Guys, do you guys have any tips about?
By firing somebody? or firing a friend?
Which is worse? Which would be worse?
I've done it.
Firing an acquaintance or a friend?
Oh my no! Oh,
I've never
gosh.
had to fire
You're
somebody.
overwhelmed.
I'm very overwhelmed. I need to take a shower. Oh no!
We just gotta poke holes on top of the cup.
Treat me like a cat.
Calm down, calm down.
But
So-
is there ever a place you go to disconnect?
Composure.
The shower.
To be calm about it.
Who's up? Who's up? My
to
room.
disconnect, like, your room?
Yeah, I just gotta be by myself for a second.
Play video games. Yes.
The shower.
Play them shits all day.
At one time I called Nas, he was playing video games, the nigga dubbed me like, yo, it's cool and all, like, I know you want to talk.
Nah.
Remember that shit?
Yo.
I did.
Yo.
I was in the middle of something.
Like the
I
nigga-
was questing.
The nigga
I was
showed me the
questing.
screen and all that shit.
Yo.
You know, how, like, I want to have a real talk with you.
PJ, he do that to me too. I'm like,
He dubbed my shit.
I know you're not listening to me right now, so just call back. Yeah.
You know what's the
Is
worst?
what you're
So-
is what you're about to tell me in this moment more important than me
you
saving
kill
this
Street?
planet? I gotta save this planet and these people.
Yo, I ain't gonna say the cameraman name that's behind the camera, but this the worst when you call a motherfucking nigga be like, I'm busy. And then you be like, hold on, make that pass. Nigga, are you busy playing 2K that we can't talk? And that nigga be like, yup. I'll call you back. She'll be like,
I don't know.
You know the hang up sound? You be like, oh shit.
What quarter is he in? How many minutes is left?
If I tell you they busy, you like, oh, okay.
Is
They
he
like
on fire right now?
Yeah.
Life is real, man. Life is
Fair
real.
sometimes.
Like that?
My cousin got mad at me because I like to partake in a little ratchet, a little ratchet, So she was
Ratchet.
upset because I said, listen, I have my ratchetness on pause. You are 5. I will call you back later. You don't need to do this.
You are 5. You are 5.
She's not really 5, she's 12. But then she'll call me back and she's like, I'm mad at you. You hung up the phone for ratchet. I said, I told you, I will call you back.
I like
gotta
ratchet.
finish it.
I like ratchet. That's
A
the
little
thing.
ratchet.
Ratchet.
Keep it classy.
I'm mad you dumped your little cousin.
She did was mad at me. She called me back. She said, we're not FaceTiming. You wanted to watch your
That's exactly
show.
why I FaceTime motherfuckers. 'Cause I need to know where you're at so
A
you don't lie to me.
12-year-old could be overwhelming. Mama. You need to relax.
That's a fact.
I did a full day of shooting that day. I wanted a little
She
ratchet.
said we're not FaceTiming.
Yeah.
I would have been like,
We
no
was
voice,
in the
no
group
see.
chat.
Send a text so I can read it faster.
Yo, that's crazy.
What about you guys? Like, what's your idea of play? Yours is probably pretty much outside if you're going around the world.
I mean, like outside. If I'm not playing video games, then wherever I want it to be.
True.
Mine's been a gym lately. So if it's not my room, then it's a gym. Like in the morning, because that's how it's the routine. I can go, pump some iron, hopefully not be harassed, be in my element, and then just leave. And I have whole endorphins, and then I feel better to tackle whatever problems I have for the rest of the day. So it's like a must. So if I'm sick and I can't, now it's the problem of, okay, you are sick. You physically cannot go. Be okay with that.
I feel like with for women in general, it's like you're getting away from being overwhelmed. But if you're in a gym, it's like now you're overwhelmed with men trying to hit on you. So
Which
it's
is
like
why I go to the gym at 6
crazy.
o'clock in the morning because nobody else is there.
smart.
Only the dedicated motherfuckers who really want to work out is
Exactly.
in
Really
there.
just wanna work out.
Ain't nobody shooting their shot.
No, for real. Then you get the ones that know you're always there at the same time. You're like, hey, what's up? Or the same girl, we work out the same leg days apparently in the corner. She was like, we got the same leg. I said, yes.
You stalking
done?"
her?
No.
She get a shirt. Fuck off.
No. She's like,
Work
you're
that
done. I'm
shit.
like, okay. She's like, we're switch machines. And it's just like, I know you're there
Yeah.
to work out. I'm there too. Versus if I go at the 9 a.m., it's like, oh, you come here all the time. I've been here since the gym opened.
That's them headphones coming to place.
No, I have my headphones. They come and tap me.
They tap you?
They tap me and I'm like,
You're my man.
I don't think you heard me.
You gonna catch
have a whole
that nigga sign language.
No, they come
front of
and
you
say,
like-
oh, I think you should do it this way.
Yeah.
Did I ask you?
I was trying to talk to
see,
you,
hold
but
on.
maybe
Can I
I
just
should
say
take off my
something?
shoes.
Let me something about you should do it this way. There's like a little creepy insinuation. Like you've been watching me a little bit. Like what you
Clearly,
mean
yeah.
I should do it this
That's
way?
their way to get in when they want to talk to females because they want to seem like they, oh no, I'm just coming in because I'm an actual fitness person. And then the creepiest one is when dude flashes his phone. Oh, I think you do front squats because of your butt. And he showed me this girl's ass squatting. I'm like, no, you just want to show me someone chick's ass while you hit on me.
Meanwhile, he
But
just
whatever.
home from prison. That's the only reason why he did that. Hey, yo, so I'm a trainer now. Nigga. You just did
I
10
just looked
years.
at him like, I need you to get out my face right now because this is disgusting. Like,
You don't even do legs.
exactly.
That
Exactly.
nigga with a whole jeans
Like
on.
chicken leg.
Brother, get that up top.
Yo, somebody working out in denim? That's great.
And
Denim
I've
Dan.
seen I've seen it.
Denim Dan. And it's just like
Denim Dan.
Yes.
Nigga, denim Dan.
Just
like
benching.
Denim Dan.
Don't tell me nothing if you're working out in denim.
Don't no.
You can have no suggestions.
Exactly.
What about you? Where's your...
I either go jump in the shower or I go fly my kite. Look. I understand. We ain't gonna say it, but I go fly my kite.
I get it.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
your mental kite.
My mental kite. You know, I take my flight
I don't
with
get
my
it.
kite.
I don't get it.
It's all good.
We might
You
need
know
somebody-
Tally from
we might
South
need
Park?
somebody else here.
PJ, you know Tally from South Park?
I know what he's getting at, but I was getting at somebody not being here.
You don't
I
watch
get
the
it.
show.
He clearly don't know who. So,
Remind me to show you the video after this.
What's the next question?
I don't even. Oh, it was just tips for our audience. That was the next statement. It's like, what would you say to your audience that's overwhelmed? Can I start?
I mean, you can continue. You are definitely
Oh,
talking.
can I continue? Yeah, my bad.
Can I start?
Yeah.
So, my tip to y'all is stay off the fucking gram. Y'all gonna be
Can't give
overwhelmed.
that tip if you still on the gram.
Word.
I'll be promoting
I
something.
mean, that's a good tip though.
Look,
I
guys.
want you to start that though.
I will. Just gonna keep me accountable.
Practice what you preach, brother, man.
But all jokes aside, just not even stay off the gram, because the gram can be healthy for some.
Just
And
limit social media. I would say that entirely.
be consciously aware about how you're actually feeling. And that's why it's important that you hear my co-host saying, put your phones down. People saying meditation, turn your phone off. Just being consciously aware how you feel, and the only way that can take place is if you're alone. And without the social media.
Find yourself. Look into the mirror. Speak with yourself. You're not crazy. You can talk to yourself. Malik takes showers.
You can do anything.
Allegedly.
Right now.
Allegedly. But no, seriously, like, you got to really look within yourself and find out what's wrong with you. And don't let nobody tell you what your issue may be. And find real friends, not friends that's going to cut you off when you're trying to talk and tell you they're playing video games. Things of that nature.
You'd understand if you did it.
You see the cameraman back there like.
Nah, but I think as far as routines go, do something that'll help your body get healthier. Like Jess said, get into the gym. Like Nas does, run. Don't eat too much because you'll end up like Malik and you'll be eating in the shower. Soggy
Hot
hot
dogs.
dogs.
Hey, yo.
I don't know
Wait
what
a
that
minute.
means. They were trying to
Hot
describe
dogs
it to
in
me.
the shower. Wait a
Hot
minute.
dog.
Hello. I don't get it.
You gonna run with that, huh? You
He
gonna
is-
just
he
run with
is
that.
the whole time.
Until they come back. I don't get it.
Listen.
Are we too tired?
And it's important. Sorry, one last thing before anybody
I was
closes
gonna add
out.
that.
I want you to close this out because you have like the
Okay.
good routine and you really gonna say something useful to somebody. I just want to say, be better than yesterday and don't beat yourself up. So if you want to implement something the next day, you can. And just because you missed out one day, like Jess said, it's a slow grind. It don't just happen in one day. So take us home.
And real quick, because I know you're gonna finish off strong. No, seriously, shout out to the soldiers that are fighting in this war for us. Like we don't want to come across as if we're joking about it or anything like that, because this is a very serious situation. We appreciate you guys, like, wholeheartedly.
It's a bad time to ask one on the bar, the Camaro.
I'm just gonna bypass that joke. But Jess, I don't even know what the joke meant, but
Well,
Yep. No, I was gonna say just pick something that you can start today, not just because it's 2020, but start that'll make you feel better. So whether it's yoga once a week, like I do a yoga once a week, it could be like a 5-minute in bed, something just to add calm. There's an actual Calm app on your phone where you can get for free that'll give you between 5 minutes to an hour of meditation. Do that once a day just to see how that feels. Try each thing for a week and see which thing you want to implement. You don't have to do it every day. I prefer to because that helps me feel more calm. But once a week, do something for yourself.
and for the record, I think this wasn't brought up, but have sex. You know, that releases a lot of stress.
I agree.
So on that note,
You know what I mean?
Protected sex.
there you go.
thought that was a given.
No, not for everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
It's frowned upon by some. Them niggas is stripping, but you know.
let's not. Yeah.
Shout out to Magic Johnson. But
What? It's over. Look, I'm plugged. Oh no.